Worldwide, activists do not exist in a vacuum. They operate in ecosystems and work closely with the other actors to further their vision and objectives. And similarly, activists face resistance from their opponents, especially the perpetrators in the cause they pursue. In Uganda, the recurring adverse conditions cause an interdependency between the different actors, including but not limited to grassroots activists, NGOs, both nationally and internationally, media. Some have actively participated in causes including human rights defending, anti-corruption, climate action, gender-based violence, among others. To counter activists' influence, the perpetrator has staged resistance to block the success of the causes, including distorting the meaningful relationships between grassroots activists and organizations. Furthermore, the success of the causes are dragged by the internal organizations and the structuring of the organizations. However, despite the challenges, enormous opportunities still exist for building meaningful relationships between grassroots activists and organizations, as highlighted below.
The challenges and missed opportunities to building meaningful relationships present a rare opportunity to the opponents to crack down the unity among the actors, which in turn slows campaign success. Thus, an urgent need to address them. Challenges.
Organizations being accountability oriented, they greatly focus on accounting for the funds and the impact of the campaigns, and this tends to limit the creativity of the activists.
Organizations tend to care less about the activist vision. They tend to dictate on the tactics or campaigns the grassroots activists should run. Organizations are tactical in nature. They usually prefer supporting random actions than sustaining a campaign. Organizations are full of bureaucracy. The bureaucratic processes usually delay activities, thus rendering planning of grassroots activists meaningless.
Organizations are inflexible. They tend to only support their pre-planned activities regardless of the change of aspects of the society. This forces activists to organize actions just to fulfill the organization's needs rather than the societal ones.
Organizations tend to refrain from supporting campaigns that hold authorities accountable for fears of being persecuted by the authorities.
Even in the face of uncertainties, opportunities to counter the challenges or further the meaningful relationships exist, and these include
presence of organizations that share similar objectives to those of the grassroots activists,
the willingness of the organizations to support grassroots activities,
adverse conditions that influence the priorities of the organizations to align with the grassroots activists,
capacity of organizations to offer required resources to the grassroots activists like capacity building, education, material support, and well-being of activists.